dispersing stimulus checks to hard-hit Americans. CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
C-H-U-C-K, Chuck. C-H-U-C-K.
Good morning in Ortonville. Good morning in Ariska, home of the Flickers. Thank you for making KFGO number one in the morning, number one all day long. The KFGO Morning Crew. Doug Leier, Bonnie Amistadi, getting your Thursday, New Year's Eve, December 31st set for you.
If you guys have any computer questions, now is the time to get them answered. Chuck Zjedlik, Computers A to Z, joining us now for Talking Technology. He is here to help you. Good morning to you, Chuck.
Good morning.
Hey, Chuck, do you remember, were you working on computers in 1999 when we were getting ready to flip over to the 2000 and it was going to be like, uh-oh, are the computers going to be able to handle it?
Yeah, it's working back then, yep. We're going from DOS to Windows on a lot of the computers.
And how did you have to stay up until midnight to see if the computers would be able to change to 2000?
No, we had one of our technicians. He stayed up and watched the place.
Yeah, we had tech guys, computer guys, our engineer Al were up all night worried and wondering if when Y2K hit, right? It was Y2K?
Yeah,
that
Y2K,
whether things were going to kind of fizzle out on us, if they were going to work, and we survived that. So getting rid of 2020, heading into 2021. You got big New Year's Eve plans, Chuck?
No, just staying home and eating.
Yeah.
What's on the menu, Chuck?
Don't know yet. Probably chips and dip and pizza.
I like the way you roll.
Pizza.
Good stuff.
Pizza. Good. Well, let's jump into it, Chuck, with some questions. Chuck Zjedlik from Computers A to Z. He is here this morning. Our Laney studio line is open at 237-5948, 1-800-880-5346. And somebody had a computer that either, I don't know if you call it locked up or was just stuck spinning. Should they just hold on to the power button to shut it down? Should they unplug it? Or should they wait until the new year and see if it fixes itself, Chuck?
No, you can hold down the power button 4 or 5 seconds to turn it off, or else you can pull the plug, but either way will work.
You won't harm any files or anything like that if you have to do that, Chuck?
Yeah, it can corrupt the operating system files if you do that, but more than likely, there's some other problem already causing for it to lock up or just sit and spin.
So sometimes you just don't have a choice. You'll have to force the shutdown.
Correct.
Is that something that you want to do at last resort? I mean, if you're going to wait and see if it unlocks or unfreezes, I mean, is there can you hit Control 8-9, or is there things that you can try to do? Should you wait a little while, or is it going to? Because I'm always worried, am I going to damage the system or the computer by doing a hard shutdown, Chuck?
Right. Yeah, you can hit Control Delete and go into Task Manager, then try and end task or shut down through there too. You can try that first because the power off method, like you said, is the last resort.
Chuck Zjedlik, Computers A to Z, is here to help you with your computer questions. It's Talking Technology. You can call the KFGO Laney studio lines, 237-5948 or 1-800-880-5346. You can also text in your questions to 35270. Somebody is wondering, Chuck, is it safe to engage in online stock trading on their home Wi-Fi?
As long as you got your security and, it's a good security website with the lock on it and the secure site, you should be fine.
What? I didn't even think about that. So even say if you're checking your bank accounts and whatnot too, you got to be concerned about that too, that somebody could potentially hack into that if your home Wi-Fi is not secure?
They could, but it's not likely, but there's a possibility. It's real rare, but it's possible.
What about, and I think we've heard this before, when it comes to public Wi-Fi, what should you or should you not be doing when it comes to that, Chuck?
When you connect to a public Wi-Fi, when you connect, disconnect when you leave, but don't save the settings or anything. So that way, if you go to the store again, it won't connect up automatically to their site.
Oh, I see. All right. Chuck Zjedlik, Computers A to Z, here to help you with your computer questions. They are located in Family Fare off 13th Avenue in West Fargo. We have one coming up on our Facebook Live. Jack wants to know if he wants to donate a computer, how much does it cost to have the hard drive wiped?
If he donates it to someone, most time it's like $50 right in that area to wipe it out and put a new operating system on.
Can you do that yourself? I mean, just people who don't have a whole lot of computer knowledge. Would it work if you, say, went into your computer settings and did factory reset? Would that wipe everything out or not?
Yeah, you can do the factory reset if the reset partition is still good on the computer. Sometimes the reset or the image gets corrupted, but most time you can do a factory reset and do the same thing.
Okay, and that would wipe out all of the personal information that you would have had on there then?
Correct.
Okay, Chuck, text coming in. We have a couple of old laptops that we need to clear the hard drive in and dispose of. They're kind of a similar question as to what we got there. They're wondering what the safest way to do that is.
You can do like the factory reset, or else you can bring them in. We can take the hard drives out and give them the hard drives. Then that way they can just destroy them or do whatever they want with the hard drive.
Do you guys accept used computers over there for parts and whatnot at Computers A to Z, Chuck?
Yeah, we take them in for recycling. I got a recycle guy that stops by every so often to recycle them.
Is there a charge for that, or are they just free?
No, it's free of charge.
Oh, so that's a good way to take them off their hands as well.
Correct.
Okay. Somebody's wondering about spam. They think they got hacked. Everybody in their email contacts got basically an email, I guess, and a spam warning. How does that happen?
More than likely they opened up a spam email and they got infected. They can run some security scans to get rid of the infections, and the other thing to do is change your password on your email.
But once that goes out, and it goes out to everybody in your contact, is there any way of, I guess, warning them not to open that, or hopefully their computers have caught that that's a potential spam?
Yeah, they can send an email to them and tell them don't open it, the email, that it's spam.
And I know a lot of times, not a lot of times, but on occasion, I'll see that happen. It comes into my work ones, and it'll flag it as potential spam. This could be dangerous. Is there a setting, like if I'm on my home one, that I should be aware of so I'm not getting dangerous spam that I might not be aware of because it's not in my corporate network, say?
Sometimes you can block, if you know the email address or the IP, and there's different settings where you can block the incoming emails.
Is that a setting like, okay, so if your firewall or your virus protection's all up to date, should any of that stuff be slipping through? Is it still possible for that to happen?
Yeah, it's still possible, because if you click on an email to accept it, it'll come through the firewall or through the antivirus.
But if it looks suspicious, maybe don't open it?
Yeah, don't open it and just delete it.
How come stuff sometimes from people ends up in spam?
It all depends on some of the wordings and the headings, or else if their email address it's a goofy name or whatever. If you don't mark it as a safe email, sometimes it goes by the words in the name, and it'll think it's spam. It's
your, I guess, your firewall or whatever trying to protect you from potential, I guess, spam or something like that?
Yeah, it's in the email settings on your, like if you use an Outlook or whatever.
Okay. Hey, Chuck, what's your phone number over there at Computers A to Z if anybody has any questions for you?
701-532-1020.
And they can swing over there as well to stop in if they want to get rid of any computers, I guess. You'll take them off their hands, or have any other issues, they can stop in and see you, right?
Right. They can stop in anytime.
And Chuck's always there. All right, Chuck, Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
You too. You enjoy your chips and dip and your pizza. That sounds like a perfect night. That's Chuck Zjedlik of Computers A to Z joining us here on the KFGO Morning Crew. Again, his phone number, 701-532-1020. Or you can stop in and see him. Computers A to Z is located in Family Fare off 13th Avenue in West Fargo. Make sure you told him you heard him